Hello everybody, welcome back to Feldy. Map made for Farming Sim 11 by Farmer Yip. You ever do something really dumb? I just did. I know in the last episode on here I told everybody I was going to take care of this course play, the rest of it off cam, and I totally blew it. See, there's this thing that happens, and I don't know what others' procedure is for when they make a YouTube video or whatever, but I tend to get my thumbnail picture for a video basically at the end of recording. So last time I stopped the recording, I went ahead and, oops, let me slow down here, can't talk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I went ahead and, actually, you know what, there's no reason, I should be just taking that down. Lower the, there we go, isn't perfect. But I stopped the recording, I then go into diagnostics, and I have it, you know, I put it on the mode where I can fly, where I can hide the HUDs and those kinds of things, so I can take a decent picture. So I took my picture, and because I know that when you put the HUDs back on the screen, it puts this big old ugly black box kind of up at the top of the screen. Because I knew that, I thought, well, I'll just save my progress and then restart the game. Well, duh, I had a course play going, and of course when you restart the game, it loses your course, and so here we are. I gotta do this all over again, only I can't because I've already done a good chunk of it, so I'm gonna have to just take my lumps. But this will give us at least opportunity, and I gotta go check my tractor. This at least will give opportunity to see if it's a little easier to harvest, you know, with the forage harvester than it was. So, biofuel to feed. No, I don't want that one. I want feed mills to biofuel because that's where we are. I'm gonna sneak over here and get it dumping. Let me kind of just move through a little bit and see. Okay, my combine looks like it's moving in the field, so that should be alright. Alright, I'll let him go there. And last time I said this was working, right? Oh, okay, well there it is. Earlier it wasn't for some reason, which makes me wonder if there is something that causes it to be disabled. I don't know. All I hope is if I can make a couple lousy windrows in here that are straight enough that I can harvest with some amount of efficiency versus having a lot of corners and bends in the field. And I don't know, maybe it just means that a part of the field I don't harvest or cut at all. Kind of like I was talking in the last video, that just seems so wasteful to me, so, you know, I'm probably going to cut it anyhow, but maybe I'll just bale it instead of trying to take the forage harvester to it. I feel like I'm just flying through this at the speed that we're going. I know you could go cut the speed on a modern one, but I don't think we could do it with these old sickle cutter headers, you know, that we could be going nearly this fast. But hey, I'll take it. I screwed up in here, and this is the quickest way to a redo, so it probably means that the field a little further, let's see, a little further, yeah, it'd be behind me, it'd be a little further to the east, and a little south will be the one that I use course play on. That one's kind of similar to this, long and skinny, so maybe there's, yeah, maybe there's a way. I just need to be more creative how I cut it. just don't know. And maybe you all have the answer on how I should do it, but I'm just not seeing it. It's so ingrained in me, you know, the farms that I worked on primarily in my past, they would go round and round. That was their style of doing the fields. Generally, it would be clockwise. And you would just keep going till you got to the middle of the field, and eventually they would cut the ends off, you know, if you didn't have enough room, or if it became totally inefficient, you know, to turn your machinery around. But there was only one farm I worked on, you know, where they did back and forth primarily, although you always have to have some opening rounds. So I don't know, I think my bias is to go round and round where I can, because it just, you know, covers the whole field kind of so nicely. But that isn't always the most efficient when you have a deficient mod and you're trying to get all your stuff in the trailer. It is what it is. You know, I should probably go to my tractor because it's ready to go. Tell him to stop at the end. And I bet my combine is looking for an unload. And he also is going to be cutting off here shortly too. You know, I'm getting lucky. He's putting the pipe out where there isn't any grain to run over, so that's kind of nice. But I have a feeling this fella, when he gets done here, maybe he'll go straight ahead. We'll see what he does. We will see. Back to the windrower. Continue on this for a little while. I don't know if we can see our... Oh yeah, there we can see the combine, what it's doing. And we can see our little tractor kind of coming across it here. You know, sometimes I wish it would show the whole map in here, but I realize kind of back here in Farm Sim 11, oh, there the combine just went offline, so I know it got to the end of the cut and it didn't know how to turn around. So let me get this turned around and I will go tend to our combine. Get it over here. I think it's number 2. Okay, we kind of got a problem now. Maybe they're... You know, maybe I started it on the wrong side of the field. I might have to just do some manual cutting here. You know, some of you have observed that anytime I come in cab, it's just terrible jittery. And there's a Discord group that I belong to where someone was talking about this. You know, they wondered why, when they tried playing some of these old farming sim games, that they ended up getting worse frame rate. Let's see here, I got 52. That isn't too bad for my computer in here. But they wondered why they got such poor frame rate, and someone suggested changing some settings in there. And you know, I haven't looked at my settings in a while, and I mean, there's these terms that I don't know anything about or what they mean. You know, VSync. Oh shoot, I can't even think of some of the other. Yeah, I know I'm not going. And so maybe I need to look at some of those. I like having as high a quality picture as I can. I'm very willing to, you know, forfeit actually a lot of frame rate. I'm willing to forfeit smoothness for something that's a little better looking if I can have it. So, yeah. Alright, maybe I'll just a little bit more to do here. Probably ought to take longer swath, maybe. Alright, this will hopefully be a dream to fail. probably shouldn't do it this way. This looks just kind of funny, but I don't care. It's my farm. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I mainly just want to have a longer windrow if I can that I'm putting out here so it works better with the baler. Now, can I get all of this in one go? Yeah, probably not. Alright, drop that. Take one more little fuzz of this, except I just crushed it under my combine tire. Alright, turn it off temporarily. Now, I believe, now if I do it, yeah, this will be kind of a silly way to do it, but then I don't have to babysit the combine. So I get this lined up. Oh, so approximately, looks a little funny, I realize, kind of at this vantage point, this angle. That's probably about as close as I'm going to get it. Alrighty. Let him go. We'll head back out here and continue our cutting. Racing through the field. I think by definition it lets you get away with whatever the setting is for speed setting 2. However fast you're going, it allows you to do stuff in the field. But probably by all rights, I should be going... Yeah, see, even this, from my memories back in the day, even this would have been on the fast side for the stuff that I would have been cutting, which was mainly grass seed. But oh well. This isn't grass seed. This is clover. And I'm just trying to lay down some straight windrows, make straight paths for my feet. I can pick it up and make it into feed. So I'm trying to decide if, you know, I have 4 fields kind of back in this area. Maybe they all should be feed stuff. Then again, maybe not. You know, I did have the first harvest season, I had enormous amounts of sugar beets. They were all over the place. It's kind of curious that Farmer Yip made the map with so much sugar beets kind of in there at the go. Oh, I see. I got my tractor is waiting to pick up fuel. Reset. Biofuel to feed mills. Oh, except I always move it down. It's curious he put in so many sugar beets because when you start off, you don't really have any equipment or any means of, you know, getting into the cattle or hog business. You kind of have to make a little bit of money and get some other machinery first. And he just gives, and I guess the reason I say that is there is no way to sell sugar beets other than by turning it into cattle. So, but in order to turn it into cattle, you need all this other stuff in order to do it. Yeah, you can harvest the barley, you can get the act going in there, you can make feed, but you're just limited that first harvest season, and yet he made so many fields that have the sugar beets in it. So, I don't know. I wouldn't ever tell a legendary mapper how he should make his map. I don't know if he did it that way on purpose, just to slow the player down, you know, to come to the realization that they had harvested all these fields of sugar beets, only to discover you can't do a thing with them until you earn some money. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if it was just an oversight. It's always curious what goes through a modder's mind as they set up their mods, particularly the particularly that of them after. Looks like our combine is, oh, it just went offline. So I'll get to the end here and I'll get turned around and we'll go see what happened. I gotta say, it's a little easier turning around when I don't have to worry about courseplay recording my every actions. I'm still a little myth that I just forgot and killed the game. Alright, that did very well. It didn't even leave any standing spots in the field, so good for you, Kai. Alright, let's turn that off. We'll stick our pipe out, and we can call this field done. Oh, wow. I don't know why I took that whoopee. And we're not going to quite fill the trailer, but you know, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to head across the way. Let me put in the pipe. Because we basically opened the field up, meaning now we can drive through here. I mean, there is kind of a road, but the road doesn't really go through the field. I know I got a course blade that comes through here, but it's kind of hokey. It goes around the field. But since it's open, I'm just going to haul the thing over here, and I'm going to knock out. Actually, I can just drive across the field. There's no crops. I'm gonna knock this one out, and this time I'm gonna get, oh, or do I need it? Maybe I don't need it, you know? Maybe what I'll do, let me, I'll get him going. Let me get going, I'll take his course off. Set on a 270 heading. Boom. Alright, we can monitor him on here. Let me go take care of this, and I'll try to go empty him and come back with some fuel. Don't know if we're, yeah, cattle feed is. Oh, yeah, physics much. Of course, I would never blame my driving. No, it's not my fault. Alright, I'll sidle him down here. I need a little bit more barley. I think I can do some, but we're kind of coming to the end of the feed stuff, so I'm gonna need some more of that in here. You know, and I'm kind of curious to see how much money I end up making on cattle and hogs, because I gotta say, it's a whole lot easier to just take biofuel, pump water, take feed stuff up to sheep, and then haul fleece. You know, this here has a couple other steps involved, which is kind of neat. But I'm kind of curious to see, you know, if it's really, if it financially pays off so much, you know, that it would be beneficial to do more of it. Oh, is our tractor coming the other way? He is. I better stay out of his way. Hauling more biofuel. I think our combine across the way, if I'm keeping an eye on it, is, alright, now let me just do my little trick here. I'll get him filling, and I'll just tear across the hill. Nothing to see here. We're just using our super long hose mod to fuel up our tractor here while he's en route. He's still filling. There we go. Just stopped off at 200 gallons. And maybe I need another mod in here also. I know there's mods that tell you how much a particular vehicle is holding at a time. You know, whether it's in a trailer like this or in the combine. So maybe I'll just go into the combine real quick. Let me give him a wide berth. Alright, he's doing good. Let me go to my little tractor here. Reset course. We all know the drill. Feed mills to biofuel. Let me pop this in. For all I know, I may have enough biofuel in here to last. Well, just... there's a lot of maths to be figured out here. Alright, we'll get them going. Back out to practically get whiplash doing all this. Let me just kind of see. Oh, you know, I think that means my combine is stopped. I wonder if it stopped because the tractor trailer unit was kind of in the way. Yeah, the higher versions, or the ability to hire in these earlier versions was less robust, you know, than what it became in later versions. So sometimes, oh hey now, there's a combine. Oh, I stand corrected. Maybe it was just in the process of turning around and it didn't show it while he wasn't in the grain. I don't know. Let me go here. Is it still? Yep, we're still putting in biofuel. I guess we can kind of monitor here when it's done putting the fuel in. We will quit seeing it go up. That'd be one way to tell when we need to get over there to turn our tractor around. Still going up. Yeah, there's something about that Bowser. It takes its sweet time unloading. Okay, there we go. Drive course, stop. It still sounds like it's unloading. Alright, here we go. Alright, hold your nose. Nothing to see here. Nope. We'll unload him in the grain. I think last time when I did this, I combined it the other direction. I just, as cool as the autopilot mod is, I just feel a little leery turning it loose over here, because what's going to inevitably happened last time too, is he will hop fields and go into a place where he shouldn't. Alright, let's finish him off there. Maybe I can get him going. Let's see if he can make the curve coming around there. And take care of the rest of the field. Get it 360. Oh, kind of hard to line that up. 359. Alright, close enough. Heading 360. Back to cutting red clover we go. I don't know that there was a mod in Farming Sim 11 for this, but I know in later versions, at least by 15, you know, this idea, you know, and we're all used to it. That's kind of how we learn the game, where we can just tab between all the different machines. You know, kind of like we've been doing. I go to the combine and the tractors and back out here to the swather. And you would never do that in real life, of course. You know, if you wanted to go from one tractor to another, you gotta walk, run, get in a pickup, whatever, to go to that other location. And I think to duplicate it and make it more realistic, there has been I've seen a mod where they disable the tab feature, or not even that. Another thing that they've done that I've seen that's pretty cool, and I don't think it's in Farm Sim 11, is they, instead of tabbing between machines, you tab between people. So it's like you determine how many employees you're going to have, and then you tab between them. And it's your job, you know, to get your people to your machinery. It's kind of a cool little twist on it. And what I don't remember is if you have to pay your people, even if they're not working for you, you know, so where you got to do a little bit of thinking and say, well, how busy, you know, can I keep all these people? Or if you only have to pay them in the traditional sense. You know, here, if you hire them, I think the way the farming sim works is you only pay the wages for the period of time that they're literally working in the field. Well, in real life, we know that it doesn't work that way. You know, for whatever reason, employees like to be paid for all the time that they are on the job, not just the time that they are running machinery. So, let me see. Is there any way I can see what our combine's doing? Okay, I don't... Oh, there it is. Now I see the dot come back. It's got to be close. Yeah, we'll see if it's able to make the bend. When I say make the bend, there's kind of a rock formation that is on that field. You know, that there's a curve that goes around it. Like right now, it's probably trying to turn near it. But the other problem it may have is it may attempt to turn on top of it. So, yeah, it's kind of a little experiment. I really probably should have taken around the edge of that particular little field, but I just didn't. So, let me see, can I get this in one pass? I did. Woohoo! Alright, oops. Pick up my header. Hey, it looks like the combine figured out a way. Let me see, can I take care of these last little bits? Maybe I can still turn them into... You know, maybe if I redo this with a course play, I don't have to exactly cut it off. I could get an extra bit up here. Alright, I'm seeing what can be done here. Whoop, climbing the rocks. Sticking the tires up the... I'm not sure how realistic the ad is. Yeah, I lost a little production there. But that's okay. And maybe I could even come up as far as this. Yeah, Whoa, I wonder what I got right there. That's interesting. What am I cutting? You know, it's almost like you touched the other windrow, and it's enough to tell you that there's other... Huh. That must be kind of an anomaly. So, well, maybe this is a way to do it. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. We'll see kind of how it goes when we're picking this up as to what kind of trial it is. Yeah, that's a window right here. I don't know where it came from. I wasn't cutting any. We shall see. Yeah, and one more windrow here, and it'll take care of that as well. Oops, didn't mean to turn it off. Alright, we're just about done here with this field. One more pass. Can't really see through there. Alright, that takes care of that. I think I'll head kitty corner across the field over here. We got a few little areas here we didn't quite get cut, but that's alright. I'm gonna leave it parked down over by this other field. Oh, probably should cut it anyhow before I harvest this field over here, but we'll see. We're kind of at the end of this here episode anyhow, so I'll just try to park it here, kind of out of the way. I wonder if, yeah, maybe if he took off due. Yeah, it's just hard to say how this should be cut. Unless it should be back and forth, kind of. Yeah, it seems like going the long way would probably be the best. So maybe in that regard, I should just park it down here. Way down here, kind of on the long windrows. Why not? It does have some get up and go, I'll give it that. Alright, so we'll leave her parked there. We have a tractor to go attend to. And then, you know, I think probably that combine out there, we need to go take another quick peek at that. Oops, going the wrong way. Get this full of biofuel again and get it on its way. Kind of a never-ending task to haul all this stuff. And I can wonder if I need a larger tractor. Cash reserves kind of coming down a little bit. There we go, just enough to get it filled. Alright, head on back. Okay, how's our combine doing? You know, I sure can't complain with that. It definitely is making the curve, and it's probably going to be able to finish this out. I gotta say, I'm favorably impressed. What can I say? And that will finish filling the trailer here. We can take it over to our feed mixer, get it going. Yeah, I don't know if that was the most efficient way to cut this field, but it is how we did it. So anyway, I think we're out of time. Thank you so much for coming along to listen to another episode on Feldy. I am still quite enamored with this map. I'm enjoying it a lot, and hopefully you are too. So I will see you on the next one. Take care until then.